once again, I'm Curtis from Renata. This first song I'm going to do, it's a song off our new record, The Other Side of Earth. It's actually on the record totally on piano, and it was written on piano. But I'm going to try it on guitar tonight for the first time. All right, it's called Lights of London. Naked you stand in the doorway, waiting for something to make us the same. And this has been a long year, yeah. My father's been sick and I'm mad at the world. So I close my eyes at night and wonder if death brings us closer to life. You shine like the lights of London. It's a brightness these eyes keep finding their way. Shine away, shine away, oh, with the lights of London. And I'll tow the weight of my world around on my shoulders till it breaks my back. Of course I dream of the future, only a fool would not dream of that. And it hurts so bad to have what I've got and not know what I have. You shine like the lights of London. It's a brightness these eyes keep finding their way. Shine away, shine away, with the lights of London, of London, of London. You sit at the bar with your heart in a glass, filled up with something you can't swallow back. Your friends, they're having the time of their lives, and there you are in the way that you shine, the way that you shine. You shine like the lights of London. It's a brightness these eyes keep finding their way. Shine away, shine away, oh, with the lights of London. You shine like the lights of London. You shine like the lights of London. You shine like the lights of London, oh, with the lights of London, London, London. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
So once you got your name, but before that, when did you and the band get together? What's your history? When did you guys form?
Well, it was sort of a piece by piece sort of forming. The drummer and I have been best friends since since grade school, and basically I was playing bass for his band. He had his own band. He was playing drums, and I've always played guitar. But I was into like punk rock growing up. Like I listened to like the Sex Pistols, Green Day, heavy metal, Metallica, Pantera, all that stuff. And they needed a bass player because theirs quit. So I was like, I play guitar, but I can learn the bass to your songs. So I joined their band. I did a couple shows with them. And in the meantime, I met our guitar player Mike, who was like one of the only guitar players I could actually sit down with and play. It was, I was always like the only guitarist around like the neighborhood, and I just sort of like stayed in my room and just played guitar. And like my friends would come over and just listen, and they wouldn't like try to play an instrument or anything. But I met Mike, and that was I think that was my sophomore year of high school, and we just like totally clicked. We both like were into the same exact music. He could just create some awesome stuff over what I was playing, and then we were like, okay, we need a drummer. So I was like, the band I was in was with my friend John, the drummer. We sort of like, I don't want to say I broke the band up intentionally, the band I was playing bass in, but like I made things kind of not happen as good. I was like, John, you got to come play with me and Mike. I was like, we got some good songs. And he was like, all right. So he came and played drums with us, and we were a trio for a while. It was just drums. It was sort of like a Guster thing. It was 2 guitars, and like our drummer played percussion, because like a full set without a bass guitar, sometimes it was kind of weird. So we started playing out, and then finally we were like, I think we can like make this a real rock band. Let's get a bass player. So we found Leaf. Leaf actually went to the high school, Enfield High School, where we went, and we just did an audition with him. He was like really into the Chili Peppers at the time. So he did a kick-ass audition. He was like playing like Flea, like Slap and all this shit. It impressed us. We knew nothing about bass guitar, and I wasn't a good bass guitarist. So he joined, and we were like a 4-piece band for a while. Did some shows as Renata Hayes and Renata, and then our harmonica player, who also plays guitar and backup vocals, Anton, he sort of joined later. And he was always a good friend of ours. We all went to the same high school. We all grew up together. We became like best friends like real early on. So there's a lot of, we're like brothers, so to speak, nowadays. So it's sort of like, it's weird because, some bands I know form just from like, you go away to college and you'll form there. You'll gather members from like, some source like out in the world, but we were just always right in the same town. We lived like no more than 5 minutes away from each other, and it just sort of happened that it's pretty cool.
She Walks with Kings and The Other Side of the Earth are very different. Can you talk about the influence and how you go from one to the other?
Just growing up, 4 years of 2000 was She Walked with Kings, and that was that was like songs I wrote when I was in 7th grade. I wrote some of those songs, and like Mike wrote some of those tunes. Mike's our other guitar player. He writes a lot of stuff with me. He wrote a lot of those songs when he was like a freshman in high school, and so it's like that's sort of like the beginning of sort of what we wanted the band to sound like. And just growth and just maturity of the songs. We had another album that came out. It was a 4-song record that came out in 2002. And that was, it was a little harder than She Walked with Kings. She Walked with Kings we look at as more of like, just really melancholy and very like, a lot of poetry. A big inspiration for the album was Counting Crows. I love the Counting Crows. I still love them, but like back then they were like, Adam Duritz was my hero. It was like, I met him one night at the Meadows in Hartford. And I like shook his hand, and I was like blown away. I was like, I gotta write a song before like, with his hand still like on mine. I was like blown away. He was like a total idol for me. So that was sort of like that whole vibe of She Walked with Kings, and then Other Side of Earth has just been just grow through the years. We've written so many songs. We've never had a drought of songwriting. Like Other Side of Earth it's 12 songs, but we wrote like 38 songs probably that we had, and that we sort of like, like sifted through, and it was like, it was just. So I don't know. To answer the question, it's kind of just, I can't really describe it, but I think that we're way more focused now of what we want to sound like, and that's hard to describe because we're never trying to be like someone. But you have things, you have goals as a songwriter. You want to achieve a certain sound, and sometimes, it's weird because when we wrote She Walked with Kings, we loved it, And and I don't know if anyone, I know there's a few musicians in here, but after you write something, you think it's awesome, and then like maybe a couple months later, you think it sucks. You're like, man, fuck, I could have done so much cooler. You're like, the next song I write is going to be 10 times better than that. And that's always been what's happening to us. Like, we think it's so awesome. Weeks later, we think it sucks, until someone's like, man, that's a great song. And like nowadays, it's weird because people are still like, oh, I like this song off She Walked with Kings. And we're like, oh, we haven't played that song in so long. We hate it. We're like embarrassed to play it. It doesn't even sound like me, I think, like singing. I'm like, oh my gosh. But, yeah, so. I've heard that there's a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty in the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to the kitchen chair, she broke your throne, she cut your hair, and from your lips she drew the hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Maybe I've been here before, I know this room and I've walked this floor. I used to live alone before I knew you. I've seen your flag on the marble arch. Love is not a victory march, it's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. There was a time you let me know what was real and going on below, but now you never show it to me, do you? Remember when I moved in you, the holy dark was moved into, and every breath we drew was hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. And maybe there's a God above, and all I ever learned from love was how to shoot at someone who outdrew you. It's not a cry you can hear at night, it's somebody who's seen the light. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Thank you. Thanks a lot. That one was one I believe to be one of.
Hi, my name's Laura. I guess my question is where is your favorite place to play? if you have one, and why.
Venue or
Like
our city?
venue, city, anything like that.
I have a few, I think. I think the coolest place is the Webster Theater in Hartford, probably just because it's our hometown, and every time, you know, we've played there over the past 2 years, we've had, you know, over 500-600 kids watching us. And we used to play there back in the day when we first started in like 2000, and there'd be like literally 3 kids, you know, like 3 kids in front of the stage. So like playing there is just, it's sort of like one of those venues you could actually feel the timeline growing. You know, it's like we play out, you know, so many other clubs through the East Coast, and it's like whenever we hit the Webster, you can actually feel the growth of the band. You can feel your music, you know, reaching more people. So I think that's an important venue. But then, you know, there's been some other really cool places in like New York City. The Cutting Room is one of them. We just found that like a year ago, but we played there and we were like, this place is awesome. It's got like a mural, like there's like a huge mural of like Bono. Right next to that, it's like Mick Jagger, and then there's like Sting. So just seeing those 3 guys the whole time you're playing, like, is awesome. You just, yeah.
Hi, I'm Matt. Welcome to Clark. It's really cool you came up. I don't think anything like this has ever happened before, so that's really neat.
Thanks for having me, man. This is like,
yeah,
you know, it's
great.
awesome to be here.
I was wondering what your most memorable show and moment of your band career was.
Wow. I think the most memorable show, I think, was probably, I don't want to keep talking about the Webster Theater, but it was probably our CD release in 2000 at that show. That's when it first, you know, when you first start your band, you know, it's like so hard to ever get like a good show to happen. You just play like all these clubs and you try your best to get like all these people out there, but like finally it all happened. We like did everything right. We had the right promotions. We had a pretty good record that was coming out. So we did it all right, and like that was the first show we actually walked out on stage, and it was like, there was tons of people, you know what I'm saying? It was like cheering, like, you know, some kids knew the words to the songs. That was like an amazing moment. But there's been so many amazing moments like along the way. You know, it's, I wish I had more time to think about it, but there's probably a few answers to that part of the question. And then the most, what was the most memorable moment? I don't know. I think it was. As a band, or just, you think as a band? There's a couple of them, but some of them are like wicked X-rated. Surprisingly, that question, it doesn't, my mind doesn't go right to the music. It goes to like shit that's happened like before or after the show. He can vouch for that. He's our tour manager, so he has to deal with all the guys. And no, you know, we get along really well. But I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't know. You got something?
Florida was a good. I would say just as a unity as a whole.
Yeah, we were down in Orlando. We did some shows down there, and we traveled. You know, in a pretty small van. The 7 of us. There's 5 in the band. We had our Briar tour manager, and we had our merch guy come with us. And then that was just like a great. We drove straight. We never stopped. It took us like 22 hours to get there. We played some shows in Orlando and a couple in Florida. Then we drove back. But that was just like. It was one of those, we were down there for a big conference. We met some amazing people down there, and the whole band was like, and this was before the new record came out, so we were like, I hope this new record is going to be, you know, I hope people are going to like it. And we met, the night we played in Orlando at this place called the Back Booth, it was just like, it's one of those things where at a conference, you're always wondering like who you're playing for. Like agents, lawyers, and you know, all those people are like infested in the audience. And like we got off the stage, and this big-time lawyer from Beverly Hills came up, and we thought we played like shit, personally. Like, we didn't think we had a good set. And we went out, and the lawyer came up to us. He was like, hey, guys, you know, I work with Stone Temple Pilots. I work with Rage Against the Machine. I work for a big agency in Beverly Hills, California. He was like, I think you guys, you know, were amazing tonight. And we were like, really? We were like, we didn't feel we had a good show. He was like, why would you say that? He's like, as an artist, you have to I would think that you're always portraying yourself as playing good, especially if you're going to tell someone like me who you want to impress. And we were like, I know, but you know, and me and the drummer were like, you know, we can't hide what we feel. We were like, we felt it was a good set, but you know, we screwed up. There was errors. We were playing a lot of new stuff that we'd never played before live, because it was off the new record, stuff that we had just written like a week before that. And he like was totally like, look, I want you guys to call me and like send me the new record. I think you were amazing. He's like, you blew me away. So like, long story short, we did send him the record right when it came out. He ended up like hooking up all these like Hollywood and Los Angeles dates for us that we're gonna go out there, and he's gonna really just, he's doing a lot of wonderful things out west for us that we're gonna see on the tour in like mid-November. So that was like one of the things. It was so cool. You know, it really picked the whole tour, the whole, you know, like experience, the travel down there. It made it worth it. We were all just totally like, all right, so we can still suck and sound good, you know. It was like one of those things. All right, this is I guess this is the last song of the night. This is the closing track off our new record, The Other Side of Earth. Can you stop coughing?
That'd be good. I'm getting sick. It's ridiculous.
We thank you guys so much, and I thank you very much for coming out and supporting us and your school, and Dave, who's done an awesome job throwing this together. It means a lot to me for you guys just like chilling and listening. So I will see you guys on the 6th of November. All right, thanks a lot. I think we might have brought a few CDs too. If you guys don't have the new CD, we have some CDs for sale, but whatever. And some free posters and everything for everyone. All right, this is The Best Is Yet to Come. Thanks. Honey, I would die for you. I would touch the sky for you and change that kind of blue to green for you. And you know I've lost my mind one too many times to ever get it back. I'm sure of that, and I promise you the best is yet to come. Give me rain, give me sun. The best is yet to come. Give me life, give me love. The best is yet to come. The best is yet, the best is yet, the best is yet to come. Oh yeah. You know I've lost my mind one too many times to ever get it back. I'm sure of that. And we run this race called life. You've got first and I'm right behind. And may the best come at the finish line. I promise you all this I do. The best is yet to come. Give me rain, give me sun. The best is yet to come. Give me life, give me love. The best is yet to come. The best is yet, the best is yet, yeah. The best is yet to come. Oh yeah. The best is yet to come. The scene gets busy, don't you know it's not where you are or where you go, and it's hard for you, but hey, the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. Oh yeah, the best is yet to come. yet to come, and give me life, give me love. The best is yet to come, the best is yet, the best is yet, yeah. The best is yet to come, the best is yet to come, oh, the best is yet to come, oh yeah, hallelujah, oh yeah, hallelujah,
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. You guys have been awesome. Thank you, Dave.